Finally, some answers to a Maine mystery. More than 200 dead seals were discovered along the coast over the last few weeks. Hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay Mills.
Yeah, really disturbing for everybody. I'm Lee Goldberg. We now know that some of those animals tested positive for avian influenza or distemper. This is according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. But for marine biologists, there are now even more questions than there were before.
A dead seal spotted floating off the coast of Cape Elizabeth. Another washed ashore in Saco. Since last month, 244 dead seals were discovered in Maine. In New Hampshire and Massachusetts, an additional 88. And for marine biologists, the phone keeps ringing.
We're still responding to calls out in the field, but also caring for the animals we have in-house.
Linda Dowdy and her team at Harpswell-based Marine Mammals of Maine have been working round the clock to figure out why.
Our staff and volunteers are feeling it at this point.
They reached out to Friends of Casco Bay for help to see if something in the water was to blame.
We did see some blooms during that time. There was no toxic algae in those blooms.
And their water samples showed nothing unusual. But Thursday, some answers surfaced. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration finding 4 seals so far have tested positive for avian flu and distemper.
We're not sure how long this will last for.
Officials say it's too soon to determine if this is the main cause of this year's die-off. Also unknown, how they get the viruses, how they're spread, and if we're at risk.
We're trying to figure out, is it passing to each other? Because it's different age classes too. So for us, we're just trying to gather as much information as possible so that we can learn more about both of these viruses.
So the first set of seals was analyzed at Tufts University and the University of California. Officials say there's more testing to be done.
Well, I hope they get some answers because it's just awful and they're just so cute. You don't want to see that happen to those guys.
I know.
You know who else is super cute? And I can't even do that. We're going to take a look at first weather now with this guy who's outside.
He just called you cute,
I'm actually
Keith.
looking around. I'm like, where did Keith go? Oh, yeah, he must be outside. It's nice
a beautiful day. Why not?
I was about to be really impressed, Lee, when I thought you were going in like a positive direction with my I did give you a compliment of that funny email you sent, Lee. That was true comedy. I appreciate that. All right, beautiful day today, right? Just absolutely gorgeous, and it rolls on. Just a few puffy cumulus clouds in the background. Temperatures right around what most people consider perfect too, in the upper 70s. Take a look at this satellite, nice and clean. Again, a couple of cumulus clouds. You can see them on the satellite there over York and Cumberland County. That's it. Vast majority of the state is seeing nada for clouds, even with the high resolution GOES 16 satellite there. Dew points also beautiful in the 40s in most spots and low 40s in the mountains. That is extremely crisp kind of air. You don't typically get it that dry this time of the year, and it feels particularly nice, of course, because this summer has been super humid. Temperatures in the 70s, upper 70s in most spots. I don't think anybody got to 80 today, but with the sunshine, it was plenty comfortable. And again, the dew points were low. That made it feel pretty nice. So tonight is actually on the coolish side. When you have those low dew points, you have a lot of room to fall temperature-wise. So a lot of us will drop into the 50s, and quite a few of us, frankly, into the 40s by early tomorrow morning. But if you didn't think today could be any better, I think tomorrow is a little bit better, at least for my taste, because we get to around 80 to 82 degrees, a little bit warmer than we were today. We'll keep that good karma rolling into the weekend, but guys, summer not going out without a fight. Looks like some 90s in our forecast next week.
Making people happy tomorrow, of course, the American Folk Festival.
Right.
The NOAA team will be live at that, so it's a good day for the weather for that. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Very, very nice.
All right, rangers from the Maine Forest Service are back in California, this time assisting efforts to control the Hers wildfire in the northern part of the state.
As you can see, we have firefighters strung out along this road. We're monitoring and holding if there's any situations. We have a trunk line that is charged that we can get access to at a moment's notice.
So Maine Rangers are helping crews working 16 hours a day, working 16 days at a time.
And some rangers most recently returned from helping the Carr wildfire. That's also in California. That one has destroyed more than 1,000 homes. All right.
It's something we've talked a lot about this year, the deaths of 10-year-old Marissa Kennedy and 4-year-old Kendall Chick. Both were allegedly beaten to death by their caretakers. Since their deaths, Maine's Department of Health and Human Services has been investigated by the Government Oversight Committee, OPEGA.
And now, Sam York, the governor, is proposing legislation that would revamp DHHS's Child Protective Services system.
Yeah, guys, so it would cost nearly $21 million, but the changes would bring a lot of new things, like an updated computer system for the department, as well as more staffing and more pay for them. So let's quickly just break down these 5 bills. We're going to kick it old school today. So the first bill focuses on reporting suspected abuse. Right now it is mandatory, but this new bill would say, hey, if you don't report it, you can be fined or you can even face jail time. So second bill focuses on how long DHHS can hold onto records of abuse. So right now, cases that don't meet standards of abuse or neglect are only kept for 18 months. So this bill would change that. It would then go, they'd stay forever after this bill. That way they can look at trends. So third bill allows DHHS to have access to criminal records for the child's guardian, their parents. The fourth one puts less focus on family reunification. Right now, that's their big thing, is getting the kids back into their homes. So this would allow them to really look at what's best for the child. And the last bill focuses on an entire system upgrade. So that means more staffing, more money, more foster families, better computer system, and even investigators. So is this enough? Well, Ken Olson, he works with Kids Peace Foster Care. He says maybe, but he feels like real changes need to be with the resources.
Our job from the moment we pick up students in the morning till we drop them off in the afternoon is to keep them safe. We take that very seriously, and we made this change in policy in order for us to better able to track our students and know exactly where they are and what bus they're on.
All right, so what does everyone think at home? Well, Steve says, I think these bills are a step in the right direction, and that's what needs to happen. Steps, positive ones. Past legislation hasn't fixed the problem. These won't either, but if they help one more child, it's worth it. Katie says, I think it will be very hard to prove that someone heard or saw something. I agree things need to change, but I don't really think this will help. And Lori says, how about funding more caseworkers? For starters. So the proposed bill will go for public hearing on Monday in Augusta, but I mean, I'm just thankful that we're looking at, you know, some changes to
well, obviously something had to be done, and a lot of people have opinions about it, so good to get some positive motion on this one.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, Sam, thanks. The gift of life is priceless, and for one U.S. Army veteran from Windham, that will be his legacy.
Yeah, Private First Class James Caputi died after injuries that he suffered in a motorcycle crash in Virginia. Now, his family's trying to get him back to Maine. Chris Costa spoke with them about the impact that he is leaving.
Haley and Lindsay, James Caputi's family says he was caring and compassionate. He was always there for them. And now, even though he's gone, he's still helping others, 8 people in particular. In life, friends come and go. When Brittany Van Vliet cut ties with a good friend, James Caputi was there.
He was just a really caring person, and if anybody was upset, he would make you smile, and he wouldn't stop until you were happy and smiling.
He had that type of kindness that reached into his soul.
Randy Gibson is James's sister. Not by blood, not even on paper. They weren't able to finish the adoption paperwork.
One day he kind of spent the night and then just never left.
In more ways than one, Caputi was family.
That bond that you can't ever explain. The first week that I had my daughter home, he helped me every night. He got up in the middle of the night with me, and he helped me.
Private First Class Caputi served in the U.S. Army's 3rd Infantry Regiment, known as the Old Guard, responsible for planting flags at headstones in Arlington National Cemetery and participating in military funerals.
He felt like the people who have gone deserve the proper burial, and he got to be a part of that, which I know meant a lot.
The way he helped others is now a part of his legacy. Caputi was an organ donor. His family says 8 people have better lives because of him.
A part of him is going to live on, 8 different families don't have to go through what we went through because of him.
Now they hope to get him home to his family, to be there for his wife and for his son Michael.
And I know that's such a big part of bringing him home as well, so Michael will have him here. Maybe not the way that we all thought he would grow up, but he'll have him here.
Now the family has also set up a GoFundMe to raise money to bring James back to Maine so they can give him a proper burial. You can find a link to that page on our website.
All right, Chris. Thank you. Well, the American Folk Festival in Bangor is kicking off less than 24 hours from now.
Just like last year, the NOAA team will be making a road trip to broadcast live from this great event.
And something new to look forward to this year are some New Center Maine themed Snapchat filters that are built around the festival. They'll be available for all the selfies and videos that will be taken over the course of the weekend. Lee, you get a little sleepy during the day.
To be fair, it was nap time. I'm just saying. Okay, coming up in just a little bit, we're going to see why people are so salty about some French fries in Waterville.
And we see why this football was so heavily recruited, this football player, and find out where he got drafted.
I need to make notes.
I like the sockless look.
What's up, Facebook? I'm going over here.
How's everybody doing today? Let's see.
Goldberg's not wearing socks.
Nope.
Nothing good? What's this say? Oh, well, that's nice, Robert. Thank you. What happened? Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, who is going to the American Folk Festival this weekend? We're all going to be up there tomorrow. Yep. We're all going to be up there. It's going to be so much fun. I actually really love the Folk Festival.
This will be the second time that I've gone. And yeah, actually, you know what? Oh, shameless plug.
Okay.
Sit down real quick. If you guys know of any really great stories going on
Yes.
at the Bangor Folk Festival,
Yes.
let us know.
We're looking.
Yep, and we're going up there. We're going to be doing stories about the people who work there, the people who are performing, even the people who attend. So if you guys know anybody who you think we should feature, let us know on YouTube Live or Facebook Live and tell us why. Don't just give us their name. Tell us why we should feature them, what makes them special, so on and so forth. And if you can, send us a message on Facebook to New Center Maine, so that you can do it on the live stream or you can do it on New Center Maine, just so that we can get contact info.
The more information, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll connect with you.
We can't just walk around the folk festival being like,
idea.
Where's Judy Jones?
I know. Well, that's the whole thing is Coco and I, we're heading up there tomorrow, and we're going to be looking to hear from you and talk to you guys. So, and I don't know. I love the folk festival. One of the things I love about it is it's almost like a beach day with entertainment, because you get to bring a beach chair and you get to like lay out and you're in the sun, and then you get to also like try food that you would never really try before. Like, did you try anything weird last time?
No, I didn't.
They have the fried alligator bites that, I know that sounds so weird, but that's the only place I've ever had them. And they're like greasy. They're kind of like duck a little bit.
Wow. I heard the music's pretty good too.
The music is great, and people get up and they dance. And wasn't there a wedding there last year or something? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we want to share those fun, quirky stories that make the American Folk Festival what it is. Ben, it's located in Bangor.
Again, getting drafted by the UNE football team. Now, Scott might be relatively small in stature, but his personality is huge and it is infectious. The 83 members of UNE's football team have welcomed their 84th, 11-year-old Scotty Kerrigan, who made quite an entrance. Scotty was born with Williams syndrome, which only occurs in 1 in every 10,000 births. He's missing part of his 7th chromosome, or about 30 genes.
Cognitive, it's hard for him, reading, writing, but socially, he's off the charts.
As he signed on the dotted line to officially become a Nor'easter, Scotty, who wants to wear number 30, talked about the credentials that made him so heavily recruited.
I'm a beast at basketball, soccer, track, swim, hockey.
Head coach Mike Lichten got connected to the Kerrigan family through the Team Impact program, which pairs kids with special needs with college athletic teams. It's just getting started in Maine, and the 2-year commitment will be equally beneficial for both Scotty and his new teammates.
Socially, he's off the charts, but just, he does struggle with insecurity. He does struggle with obsessive compulsive. He does struggle with certain things that these guys are going to be able to help him with.
We preach, being selfless as a person and staying humble and learning to serve your community and serve your teammates at the same time, putting team priorities ahead of your own. And this is the relationship with Scotty is a real life moment, able to exhibit those skills and those priorities.
Them got 3, 1, 2, 3,
family! So my favorite part of hanging out with these guys for a little bit today was the players and their enthusiasm, 100% genuine. None of it was like, Coach told us we had to be nice. I mean, these kids were all into Scotty, and he had them like on the palm of his hand. I mean, they were
his
all about
smile
him.
was infectious.
Yeah, he's an awesome kid. So Nor'easters have a little extra firepower for their first year of competitive football. There you go.
Best of luck to him. Okay, coming up next, we're talking Katie Ortiz's favorite thing on this planet, French fries.
And my favorite thing, Keith. We'll see what's cooking up in the old weather department. Hold on, what does that mean? Huh?
That was great. That was great. That was great. What are you sucking up to Keith for? Is there something you want?
I have to spend 2.5 hours with him in the car tomorrow, so we need to get along.
Oh, so that's what this is about.
It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. We're going to live Facebook the entire ride.
Yeah, but not just any car. You guys get to go in Stormy.
No,
Stormy's going to be up there.
Okay. Oh, but are you driving Stormy back?
Yeah, I'm driving it back. We already signed out car 11, so
just
so you all know.
Car 11,
Don't
good.
touch it, anyone.
Good.
Here's the bottom line. I hope we can come to the understanding that Derek and I have, which is that there will be spans of time that no one says anything in the car ride. That's like when we did this storm stuff, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like silent time.
Oh, are you kidding me? I never get silent time.
I know. I thought you might embrace it.
I won't be saying a word. You can bring headphones for all I care.
Some people don't like talking in the car. How about this question for you guys? If you're going on a long car ride with your friend or your family or whatever, do you prefer to go in silence? Do you prefer to listen to music?
I think you need a mix. You can't.
Are you asking them because you and I have to share a car when we go to Bangor tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly. Well, mostly because Lee's been sucking up to Keith this whole time, and they're sharing a car to go up.
We are going to have way more fun than you do.
Yeah.
What do you say?
No more shot. They're really heavy. We've been in a situation where we've had to talk to even just like stay awake driving back from stories that were far away, and it was breaking news, so we were out there very late.
Let's powwow, by the way, after the show.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, hold on. Kevin says there's going to be a food stand at the folk festival. So,
Kevin, I don't think we're going to listen to what you have to say anymore. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know we were at the wall, sorry.
You fell for your own.
I didn't even know we were at the wall.
Lee, you fell into your own trap. The trap you tried to avoid me. Spare me on.
See, I always look out for you, I just don't look out for me.
Exactly. How about this? Kevin Can Wait. It's the name of a show. Anyway, I'm actually really excited to see this story because it caught my attention a few days ago.
How are you guys
last
enjoying
week?
a shot of the empty desk?
People that we're going to be live tomorrow at the American Folk Festival. Like, the whole show is going to be on the You just did? Okay. Love you.
A French fry fiasco.
Oh, I get to say it.
Yeah, you get to say it. Is it Bolly's?
Sure.
Katie, is it Bolly's? Bowley's. Good thing I asked.
All right, kids, a French fry fiasco, leaving some customers of a Waterville restaurant a little little salty.
Oh, Boley's famous Frank's is at the center of a lot of media attention over its new traditional cut fries. Who else would we have sent but Katie Ortiz to talk to the owners about their wild week?
It's been a very overwhelming week, to say the least.
A French fry fallout in Waterville has gone beyond the fryer.
The Rachel Ray Show has reached out, Today.com, BuzzFeed.
Some customers of Boley's famous Frank's put owners Jim and Leslie Parsons on blast for ditching their always breaking crinkle cutter for a traditional one. One man even got so hostile he was kicked out, prompting an explanation and a defense on Facebook from Leslie.
We were never in the business to take away tradition or to offend anybody. Our decision was weighed with, well, we could keep crinkle cut, we'd have to go the less quality potato.
1 week and many headlines later, their heads are spinning.
They showed me an article that was in the newspaper in Florida. It's just been kind of crazy.
But it's not all bad, with other business owners from as far away as Texas calling them with messages of support.
And they understand that when you have to make decisions as a business owner, it's not necessarily easy. It's not necessarily the most popular choice.
Regardless of what side of the French fry fence you're on, the Parsons want people to know they're invested in their community and routinely give back, including a 10% discount for veterans.
Leslie, being a breast cancer survivor, we've done one event for that.
They even stepped up during a crucial time when a manhunt for an accused deputy killer paralyzed the town of Norridgewock back in April.
We gathered up 500 hot dogs, several hundred rolls, and got Country Kitchen to donate some more rolls, and we took that up there for them. It's little things people don't realize that we're doing. We don't need recognition for it, but we want people to understand that we are invested in this community here.
We're trying to just make it like everybody else in this world. Sometimes people just need to realize that their feedback really does impact people more than what, just sitting behind a computer and writing a response.
Well, I don't care what shape those are in. They were absolutely looking delicious.
I know.
That looked good to
so
me.
Good.
Yeah.
They look so good with ketchup, of course.
I do not discriminate. All French fries are good for me.
I don't do the ketchup.
No, just plain.
Just salt.
As
I
is.
just do
Yeah,
straight
salt.
salt.
I can do
What
that.
about a little honey mustard? Sometimes a little honey mustard.
Gosh, no.
What is it? Is a vinegar? Is like a
Vinegar is the
local
big
thing.
Yeah,
Promise me one thing
don't do that
tomorrow,
either.
guys, that we will feast on French fries at the American Folk
Feasting
Festival.
will happen.
I will
Yeah.
expense them.
We're gonna do it.
That's all that really matters. Beautiful day. They're like a prop, aren't they?
I'm not even bringing a wallet. I'm going with you.
No, yeah, you don't. It's like it's a prop at that point.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful day today. Pretty much no cloud cover at all. A couple cumulus clouds over southern and western Maine. Temperatures in the 60s in the mountains already. It's going to be a coolish night there. Otherwise in the 70s, and just again right in that perfect range for most people where it's warm enough, but it's not hot. And the dew points are very low still, in the 40s, pretty much statewide. We'll see it creep up as we head into Sunday, but until then, we're going to be dry for Friday and Saturday and on the low side of that dew point scale, which of course we haven't seen much this summer. Hour by hour forecast, temperatures do drop quite a bit tonight. So again, some of us will get into the 40s pretty squarely later on tonight, early tomorrow morning, but we recover quickly through the day on Friday, and we end up right around 80 to 82 Friday afternoon. So I slightly prefer tomorrow to today, but man, we're splitting hairs for sure. On Saturday, see a little bit more in the way of high thin clouds move in, so it won't be quite as bright as Thursday and Friday, but still a nice day through and through on Saturday. Temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s, and then the same thing again on Sunday, just increasing humidity on Sunday afternoon. So high pressure dominates for the weekend. That's what you want. Nice dry weekend. And then we get on the west side of this ridge for next week. And then it gets interesting because I think we got a couple of days, Tuesday and Wednesday at least, where we could be in the 90s even to the coastline. Quick look, guys, at Hurricane Lane making national and international news here as it passes close to Oahu. It's going to be late tonight, early tomorrow morning. The biggest threat with this is going to be rain. They've already reported in Hilo 18 inches of rain there. So not snow, 18 inches of rain. So that's going to be, I think, the headline with that storm. Meanwhile, we have much less problems here in Maine. Again, hot though next week, 90 or so. And I pointed out that the same day the pumpkin spice latte comes out, which is Tuesday, the heat index will be around 100. So,
so that pairs pretty nicely.
take that.
Yeah, you pumpkin people.
Push it
Too
back.
soon. Too soon.
Learn your lesson.
Oh, that's
Still
true.
August, my
People
Lord.
Pumpkins do grow at the end of the summer.
Okay.
By Labor Day, they're out there.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
All right,
It's gonna be
Keith,
90.
thanks. Let's check in with Amanda Hill, who has a lot more coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, for the record, our producer today actually got a pumpkin coffee, so it's already out there. By the way, U.S. Customs and Border Protection plane crashed in the woods in Burnham. We're going to get that story. 2 people were sent to the hospital. What happened just short of the runway? And a popular law firm is calling more attention to the problem of teen drinking through art. That's all ahead on News Center at 5:30.
All right, Amanda, thanks so much. Brain drops when we come back.
That was nice of you to wait for me.
Brain drops, and Lee gets an alias email when we come back.
What?
Your alias email to respond to science lessons that Keith gives.
So I now have caught up. I did not get. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm just teasing.
Huh? Hey, Marcus is back. He's alive.
Marcus, we were wondering
We have
where
been
you
very
were.
worried about you, Marcus.
We were talking the other day about how people from all over the world watch our live Facebook.
We had Japan
and
yesterday.
Yeah.
But
And we were
didn't
like,
have
well,
Marcus
where's
from
Marcus from Brazil?
Also, Marcus, Lindsay's very concerned because we thought you were moving home back in February, back to Maine. So why are you still in Brazil? Are you in
Yeah.
prison, Marcus?
Fair
are you
point.
Are you in a Brazilian prison and you can't get home? Because we will send you a fruit basket. Lindsay will. Keith will, because he can expense it. What? We're going to send Marcus in Brazil a fruit basket if he is in fact locked into a Brazilian jail. Because Marcus from Brazil was supposed to come home in February after the Olympics.
That's right. I wonder what happened.
We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to verify. Let's go to Brazil and go interview Marcus. Can we afford that?
So yeah, just a reminder, friends, our whole show is going to be live tomorrow at the American Folk Festival. This whole show. And then we'll still be up there for the other shows for the whole 90 minutes to interview some artists and performers, maybe some chefs.
It's just remind
There
me.
will be food and there will be fun.
I have to recruit somebody to learn how to do my
Thank
clicker
you.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
My clicking.
Your clicker.
Liam, better make yourself scarce tomorrow. Have you been trained on the clicking?
The clicking.
Way easier than prompter. There's one green button that you press to advance the slides.
But his
I
weather
know.
clicker. Yeah.
And you got a lot of power because if you don't advance, then I'm out there by myself.
True.
We used to make Teddy do it, but he's a quitter.
I just heard
so.
you. All I heard you say, because I have this thing, was prompter's not hard, and I was like, he's talking about the clicker.
Yeah, it's so much easier. Hey Isaac, how much time are we gonna have when we get back? Nobody listen.
Hello. Can you ask him? Oh.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Sorry.
All right, visual raindrops today. I know you prefer those. This is from NASA, International Space Station. Look at Hurricane Lane yesterday. I think it's just a stunning image of it. That was when it was probably at its peak intensity, as it will tend to wind down here over the next 12 hours, which is a positive thing. But let me show you this tweet from an astronaut here. Ricky Arnold, good Twitter follow if you're into this kind of thing. He's got a couple perspectives, one of which, of course, has the International Space Station in there. However, and you knew that this was coming. Let's go to the next one if we can here. These are the pictures. Every time, click on any NASA tweet, and you will find all of the flat earthers. Just so many. And I had to get in there on this, but you can't see a picture of the Earth that's round without them being like, well, what about the different angles? Those are obviously fake. It's just, I just found that part funny.
Right.
The image is hilarious, but you can't see anything like that
The
without.
image is cool, but I gotta say, it kind of looks like a latte.
Is it?
Or like a cappuccino or something.
Thinking about the PSL again? Is that
I'm just saying, it looks like that could have been a Photoshop, but it's not real.
I know, the images
Free
never
marketing
look
for
real.
that. Free marketing.
I'm just saying, I don't even drink coffee. All right, kids, News Center 5:30 coming up next.
straight ahead.
Question for you. How do you do it with all your kids with no coffee?
Natural energy.
Bye, guys. American Folk Festival tomorrow.
Yes. Don't be late.
Oh, thanks.